me and you are lone wolves, right? We spent a lot of time alone, which has been the devil's playground in the past, but it could also be a positive too, depending on how you're using that time, right? We're pack animals, and the old mantra, we're a product of our environment, right? And there's this one saying that show me five of your friends, and I'll show you your future. We're the average of the five people that we keep around us the most. So, you're hanging out with the five dirtbags, dude, you're going to be the sixth. You're hanging out with five, whatever, bodybuilders who go to the gym, you're going to be the sixth. Just by default, dude, like all that discipline, motivation, and just say no, and like the mental strength that it takes to stick to a diet, a gym regimen, or whatever it is all well and dandy. But I think we underestimate the power of community in our lives, and finding like-minded individuals and people who have our backs during the ups and the downs, who could hold us accountable and want the same things for themselves as much as they want all the good things for us, like genuinely too. And those things happen so much easier, dude. Like that discipline. Like if I went on that golf trip with a couple of guys who are like on my wavelength, there would be no, oh my God, why are you going to gym while you're on vacation? Oh, well, why don't you eat the toast at breakfast? You're on vacation. Why don't you drink all the beers because you're on
Yeah,
vacation?
what's the big deal? What's the big
Deal.
deal?
Get back
No
up and
problem. Forget about
enjoy
it.
yourself. I am enjoying myself, but that's what I'm saying, man. Because yes, discipline, self-discipline came into play there a lot, and I give myself a pat on the back for that too. But also, it helps when you have that community behind you. And I think that we all need to kind of really not underestimate the power of our tribe, and how our lives are directly affected by the people that we keep closest to us.
Exactly.
And sometimes it doesn't matter if you're blood or not. If you're toxic as dude, you gotta go. And that's tough. And we had that conversation earlier. That is tough, man, because that's family or whatever. But in our heart of hearts, we know what the right move is. And it's just like, battered wife syndrome, man. They stick around, but they know every fiber of their being is screaming at them that they have to leave. But there's something that keeps pulling them back and keeping them in the same place. And again, you could dive into that 10 or 20 different ways. But having healthy relationships and a sense of community and a sense of purpose within that community is gonna help anybody just like take you anywhere that you want to go. Diet goals, finance goals, relationship goals, how you want to live your life. You want to live a magical life, embrace these different people, man. Like that's how I met you in the first place. That's exactly how I met you in the first place.
Bingo.
Manifested that dude who's my age, who I've been like asking the universe for, man, who's so on my same wavelength, dude, and we think the same, we have the same experiences, and we want to get to the same places and do the same things in the world. Boom. Ask and you shall receive. But what are you gonna do with it, though? What are you gonna do with that? Be like, oh yeah, I met Adam. He was a cool dude. I think we would really get along, and then just not take his number or whatever. You have to do something with it, though, too. Like the universe delivers, but you actually have to grab that package and do something with it. I think that this is a niche that has really yet been tapped into. That
Hmm.
that well is still full, dude, I think now more than ever, people
Yes.
need to hear this. And it
Yes.
doesn't matter if you're 80, you're 40, you're 20, whatever it is, dude. Like these kind of conversations and this kind of thinking could help vast majorities of people, dude, across all spectrums. And it's relevant to everybody. To everybody. It's relevant.
Everybody. Everybody. And to take it back a step before when you were talking about meaning, I feel like until you do something truly meaningful in your life with purpose, you're going to feel like you're dying.
Yep. That's how I've been working with this like new group of friends that I have and a couple of my mentors and stuff. I'm actually going on a retreat in 2 weeks to Mexico with my mentors and a couple of other guys. I think there's going to be like 12 or 13 of us, and that's pretty much the premise of this group, is living a purposeful life and living a magical life and a yes attitude toward life. And
Yes.
if it's not a yes, it's a no. And really is what it comes down to. Listen, man, I'm single. I don't have kids. I don't have responsibilities, and I know a lot of people aren't in that same boat. So they go to a job every day that they loathe when that alarm clock goes off in the morning, but they do it because they have a responsibility to the kids and a wife or whatever it is, and that's a different scenario. It's not excusable, but I understand it a lot more than maybe somebody like myself who literally doesn't have too many ties to being stuck in a situation that no longer serves me. One of the main premises that I really am hoping to get out of this retreat in Mexico is finally being able to let go of what no longer serves my
Mm.
purpose. And it's podcasts like this and it's conversations like this where I'm tapping into my purpose. This is my purpose, and all of those situations and things I put myself through, and addictions and dark places that I was in was all for a reason. And I'm
Correct.
here now, and you're
Correct.
here now, and we're
Correct.
doing it, dude, and we're
Yeah, dude.
spreading the gospel, bro. And like, this is real shit. This is real shit. And like I've been unhappy at work for the longest time. I get treated like shit. I hate waking up in the morning going to work, dude. Every day that I'm not like living my magical yes life, dude, I'm dying a little bit inside. And I was asleep to that up until about a year ago or 2 years ago. But now that fire is burning so hot inside my body that I'm like every hour of every day, I'm just on the verge of calling my boss and being like, "You want to know something, dude? I'm out. I'm out." But I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And I'm hoping again with the right community and the right people. There've been two of my friends in this retreat group or whatever, who quit their jobs already. They
Wow.
quit their jobs because they were miserable. And you seeing the magic happen in people's lives, dude, that they're just like, if it's not a yes, it's a no. And I'm not doing this anymore. Not a second more than I have to of being miserable and selling myself short. I'm not doing it anymore. So like I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. And when I do get to that point, I want to help people realize that they could get themselves to that point too. And we could all be living this magical yes life together, dude. And it would be, it's, how awesome would that be?
Heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth, dude. You're not looking at somebody at a stop sign or a red light, dude, and they're just like eyes glazed over, a zombie, dude. Like you could throw a baseball through their window and they wouldn't even flinch. Like they're just so stuck in the hamster wheel in the Matrix and like that. That they're just like emotionless zombies. And I'm like, I was that guy. I was that guy for a long time, dude, and I'm not doing that anymore. I refuse to do it. So, a lot of the work that you've done for yourself and that I've done for myself is just clearing out the wreckage of all that social conditioning and matrix type dude, that keeps you enslaved in that kind of mentality. And we could get ourselves out of that. And it's not in a pill, it's not in a booze bottle, it's not rolled up into a joint or a straw up your nose, or the next woman that walks through your door. You're not going to find that there. You're going to find that in here, you're going to find it in here. And those are the only two places, dude, that are going to propel us to the next level and living that life that we were meant to live. Because I don't know about you, dude, but this ain't doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. And every single one of us, dude, could get to that spot and be truly happy with the lives that we're living.
100%, brother. Thank you so much for sharing your truth, being so vulnerable, being so transparent, no and making my day, really. And I look forward to continue doing this with you on a regular basis.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Yeah, sign me up for that. I apologize if I started going off the wheel a little bit there
Nah,
and
not at all. That's what makes it more
going on
fun.
rants, but listen, man, this is a subject that I'm extremely, extremely passionate about. It's something that I work on. I live and breathe this every day for the last couple of years now, and I'm excited for my journey in this and what the future holds for me and the lives that you could touch and the lives that we could touch. As outspoken as we are, I think that there's going to be a lot of sets of ears that are going to hear our story and hear our message and be like, you want to know something? I want what they got. Order me up some of that. How do I get some of that? And I think that at the end of the day, man, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And there's nothing on earth that makes me as happy as when I'm able to help somebody else.
So,
Yep.
once again, bro, thank you for coming on. This was a blessing, and I
Yeah.
wish you love and light.
Yeah. Thank you, man. The pleasure's all mine, brother.
All right, brother.
All right.
Sounds
Love you,
good.
man.
Love you, man. Peace.